to the Justicia program. Now, from those court records, we are going to extract data for a typical case and find out how much, how long. Now, this is scientific, and I just don't know. What I am avoiding is an anecdotal approach to things. What I want is a more scientific approach to things. Let's measure that, and let's have a baseline. Now, we apply the continuous trial system. We already have the e-court system. We have a re-energized alternative dispute system. We have the e-subpoena. We have the e-warrants. We have the automated hearing system. Now let's look at how we can shrink that time further. I think it will be a fantastic surprise for all of us that it can actually be quite short. But the problem is, are we going to just confine ourselves with these pilot experimental projects? I don't think we should. If we succeed, I think it is incumbent upon all of us to make this a nationwide approach already. And that is where the problem of resource underfunding is most crucial. The gap must be supplied. We cannot go on and think that, oh, we can only succeed in the pilot stage. After that, we fail. If we are succeeding there, we push it and we push it until it becomes the norm. I have a very good sense that especially among the most intelligent judges and the most modern-looking of our judges, it is really going to be a surprising turn of outcomes for us. And I will make sure that Teddy makes everyone on board for them to watch really the actual outcomes. But the problem is, you see, even our more than 2,000 judges come from mixed experiences. The vetting alone shows that with respect to outlying areas where there are few nominees, you really don't get the cream of the crop. So there is a problem in designation of judges. There is a problem in the appointments process. We are trying to remedy that with a training program, but training will improve their outputs, but not maybe to the level that we really want on a nationwide basis. So you will have to bear with me because this is my approach to judicial reform. Small bites at a time, prove that it can work. If the proof of the concept has passed the first stage, then we have to have proof of success and increase the modules so that it occupies larger areas. The other area, of course, I had already alerted you earlier, is the justice zone. And if you can see, and you can be involved in this, that the agencies are all coordinating with each other, not with respect to the merits or the outcome of a case, but with respect to the way a case is handled, from the time an information is filed, from the time an arrest is made, in fact, all the way up to final conviction or acquittal. There is coordination in schedule, in language, etc. Let's see how the efficiencies will turn out. So please understand also one thing. The limitation of judicial reform is that if there is no reform from the prosecution side, no reform from the public assistance side, no reform from the private sectors, then all the hopes of our people are dashed. Let me assure you, and let me go on record already, that our judge in the Maguindanao trial case has already been given by the Supreme Court all the tools she needs to address the issues. And I have been assured, and I have seen from the records, that she is devoting 100% of her time to that. But how many parties are there in this Sandigan Bayan? The prosecution side is made up of both the public and the private prosecutor side. They have to have a united approach to things. The defense consists of how many sets of lawyers and how many witnesses did the court have to go through, and how many outstanding warrants of arrest are still out there. In other words, it is not an isolated, the judiciary is not working in isolation. For us to succeed, we must have very good, zealous, diligent prosecutors who are always there, public attorneys who are equally good, and private lawyers who will not resort to delaying tactics and all kinds of ambushing of the system. It requires a concerted effort, and our people must demand that everyone who wants to be a participant in the justice sector must really cooperate and not bring about the frustration of justice simply because of strategic behavior, what economists call strategic behavior, maximizing their wins by delaying, obfuscating, confusing, lying, misleading. There should be an end to it. There should be an end to that. So I'm asking everyone to pitch in. We have a big stake in this. If we succeed, if it can be a turnaround story, just imagine the kind of impact it can have on everyone. And we are just the third branch of government.
Thank you very much, Chief Justice. I was about to ask a question from social media about Ampatuan, but you have actually just answered that question. So it's a good way to end on that note. And so thank you very much to our media panel for the very long 2 rounds. And thank you, of course, to the Chief Justice for answering all the questions. This is fast becoming an August tradition. So we've had it for 2 years already. So I'm sure that your next question to me will we have this next year? So I will give the same answer I gave last year. Let's see what the Chief Justice says next year. So thank you very much to everyone for joining us. Good afternoon, po.